talk about change, baby. Now listen, you see the shirt, changed and refined. And what I mean by change is, you gotta hear me when I say it. What I mean by change is we have to accept change. Sometimes it's gonna suck. Change is inevitable. Change is going to happen. Now now I need you to hear me when I explain this. Change is gonna happen because you have to change in order to be elevated. Now, some of us, we don't want to accept change. We don't want to say change is good. We want to see more change, but it has to happen. Some of us, we're comfortable where we are, but we have to change in order to be elevated to where we have to get to. Now, think about when people talk about the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Man, and even with that, that's powerful, because we're saying, come on, change. Come on, change. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. But when I know that there's something that I can change, to have the courage, the intestinal fortitude to attack that change. And that's what it has to be. We have to look at that change. You have to say, I can do that. I can take that head on. Also have to look at that change and go, there's not much I can do. God grant me the serenity to understand what's going on. Because then this thing right here, I cannot do anything about that change. But what I can do is I can adapt to it. I'm telling you, when I started to realize that no one can mess up my day besides me, everything changed. When I understood that no one could piss me off besides me, things changed. When I started to understand that life is going to change, life is ever changing, it will change regardless if you want it to or not. When I started realizing that, things got better. You see the shirt, man, like I said, changed and refined. And this was a theme that our church was going through, where this was a year of change and refinement, which means that things are going to get shaken up. Things in the atmosphere, things in your life, things in your relationships, things in your jobs are going to start to change. And what that does for us is, once we start to change, we start to get out of that casing of the caterpillar when it turns to the butterfly, we started to stretch. We started to evolve into something else, because whenever change comes, there's an evolution of something else. Most of us, some of us, a lot of us, change will happen. Change is going to happen in our life. And when we start to accept that change, that's when we start to see that maybe this evolution, maybe this change is something that's going to take me to a whole different atmosphere. Think about it, man. When your responsibilities change, that promotion's coming. When your surroundings change, when your environment, when the people you hang out with, when all that changes, there comes an evolution of a person. I'm telling you, man, once you accept the fact that change will happen, once you accept the fact that you have to change in order to evolve, life will be better. Life will be, you have more understanding, because you understand that, man, look, I'm gonna do my thing regardless. I'm gonna do my thing regardless. But the one thing that I know that will happen as I'm grinding, as I'm hitting beast mode, as I'm putting pedal to the metal, foot to the floor, and I'm flooring this thing, because I want to be exactly where I said I want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Heck, tomorrow, another one thing that will continuously be the same is change. You can't fight it, folks. It's going to happen. In that change, you have to bring folks along with you to understand that change is inevitable, change is going to happen. So let's do this thing together. Let's get it going. Once you realize that, you can start pouring life into other people. You can start having people understand that change will happen regardless if you want it to or not. Hate to break the bad news to you, but I'm telling you this because I love you, because I know some people, and I did it for a long time. I hated change, so I never did anything. I shied away from stuff because I hated change. I hated the fact of, okay, if I change this, I might fail. If I change this, I'm gonna look stupid. If I change this, then it's not gonna work. So what? So what? Change it. Change something. Allow change to happen. If you want to evolve and go to a different place, to a whole nother level, let change happen to you. Let it come to you. Accept it. Arms stretched out. Come get it. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. What I need us to do this whole week, and I challenge you, flies, accept change. Understand what change is. Ask God for the serenity to allow you to accept those things you cannot change. To have the courage, the intestinal fortitude to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Change is inevitable, folks. But the grind still must go on. What are you willing to sacrifice for greatness? They can be your friends, cool, whatever, but they cannot be in your close circle. They cannot have your ear, because what they're going to do is going to poison your ear, your mindset's going to change, your vision's going to change, and everything's going to change in your life. You have to sacrifice certain things for greatness.